Hey guys, I'm relaxing, it's late in the evening, and it's time for a full review of the Moto 360. My experiences. Let's see how it's been. So there are a lot of smartwatches out there that you could possibly get, and most of them are really nice. You've got the LG G Watch R or something like that. Let me get the correct name here. You've got the Asus ZenWatch, you've got the LG G Watch R, you got the Sony Smartwatch 3, you got the Moto 360, which is the one that I'm in particular going to review right here. This device is really nice. Now, I'm sorry, you also have the Galaxy line too, the Gear S. I have that too. I'll probably bring it in a second, or maybe not. We'll do a comparison with those later. But the Moto 360, and first let me go ahead and give this information. For those that don't know, when wearables first got announced, I was not happy. I had no intentions on buying a wearable. I thought they were way overpriced, and I figured that they were useless. And this all came from me not even using them at all and just watching online reviews or videos and other people checking it out and doing it. So I thought, I got to stay true to my word. I got to be a man of my word. If wearables ever become, or wearables ever get to a place where they're affordable or T-Mobile gets them, because that was my thing, I'd get one and try it. Well, the first wearable that I did was the Gear S, and it's a great device, very nice. But then when I found out that they were getting the Moto 360, that is when I decided, you know what, I'm definitely getting one of those. And I'm glad I did. The Moto 360 is so versatile. It's basically, in my experiences, a stock Android device. That's kind of how I have to view this. This looks amazing. I mean, the build quality on here is just fantastic. All aluminum, great looking device. Just a joy to have on. It feels fantastic, man. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that I don't like about this device so far in the time that I've been using it. So the Moto 360 appears to come across as just a regular watch. It's 11 millimeters, 11.5 to be exact, and then 46 millimeters for the circle. But it's water resistant, waterproof. It does have this edge-to-edge display, which I think is really sweet. And the battery in here may not be the biggest battery. I think it's like 320, but it charges crazy fast with this dock and this wireless charging. That is amazing. I'm so glad it's got that. I would love to have a physical snap-on case or something to plug it into, a little bit more secure, but putting it in here is perfectly fine. It charges really fast. So the design of this watch is like I said, it's just it's just gorgeous. If you don't have one, I have the black band. This comes in a solid black too, but the ones that T-Mobile sell, they have the metal with the black band, and the ones on the Google Play Store are metal with a gray band, and then the black one is all black. But I actually like this design right here. I think this is really nice, a really great design for the mixture of the two. I can wear this with pretty much any suit and tie or just some jeans and slacks or whatever. So the technical specs behind this, it has Android Wear. This is a 1.56, so basically a 1.6 inch display. It's got it's an LCD this IPS display with Corning Gorilla Glass 3. So that means in sunlight it's going to be really bright, and it really is. It weighs about 60 grams and probably about 61 or 2, maybe 65 with the strap on here. But this is very comfortable to wear, to say the least. It just feels like a regular watch, opposed to my Gear S. My Gear S feels like I'm walking around with a bunch of technology on my wrist. And that's just kind of one of those things. This is a little smaller. The form factor is really nice. The screen is really bright and crystal clear in the sunlight and at night. It's really nice. The battery in here is a 320, by the way, to be exact. And the battery life, this thing lasts me for 2 days easy. I've had reviews that I've looked over. You know, I look at reviews and just kind of like, man, you know, okay, that's their opinion and that's their experience, and that's kind of how you should do it too. The battery life on here though has been phenomenal for me. It's been an easy 2 days, and I have a ton of notifications coming in. I don't have it set to. I watched another reviewer online. He was kind of just a regular guy like me. He was using this. He was saying he was giving his real review because he doesn't like the way the certain bloggers are saying it has bad battery. Well, he has his brightness down to 1. I decided to leave mine on auto just to, you know, give it a couple days or several days use to see how it will work out, and it actually works out perfectly fine. But the battery on here for me has been at least 2 days, or close to 2 days. You know, with leading off up to almost 2 days. So you can round it to 2 if you want, depending on what you do in the last couple of hours of battery life. It has a 4 gigs of memory built on into it, and 512 megabytes of RAM, like all the other smartwatches. Bluetooth 4.0, low energy, and I got to tell you, my phone doesn't drain any faster with this connected. I've hooked this to different phones, but right now I'm using it with the phone that I actually bought it for, which is the Nexus 6. And the Nexus 6 doesn't drain any faster with this being on all day. It's on right now, and you can see I have the notifications are on, because when it's not on, you'll see a little cloud or a line through it and let you know it's disconnected. And I'll show you on the device that it is connected. I love that, you know, next when I have a password on here, when it's next to the watch, it just unlocks it for me. But you'll see up here it says Android Wear connected. So that is a huge, huge plus with the Bluetooth 4.0 low energy. It doesn't consume much battery life at all. Ambient light sensor, heart rate monitor, pedometer, and it's a 9-axle sensor for the pedometer. It's really nice. It's IP67 certified, so you can dunk this in water and nothing will happen to it. This is a button right here, and you can use it to turn the screen on and off. If you long press it, it'll take you into a settings menu. And this is where you can adjust your brightness. And you see I have it on auto. And some people, you can put it to 1 if you really want to save battery. You can put it down to 1, and this is how it'll look. But I just prefer to leave it on auto because, you know, I'd rather have it adjust on its own. These are your Bluetooth settings. Ambient light, ambient screen is off. And this is something I don't normally follow a lot of bloggers. But Marcus Brownlee, shout out to him. You know, him and several other bloggers said this though. But he's one of the main people that I follow, and he said that leaving this off is probably the best way to go. But when you turn it on, it lets you know, it's gonna decrease your battery more. So obviously, I think my thing is, why have it there if you know it's going to decrease the battery? What it does basically is, instead of the screen going completely black, you can kind of see a little bit of the time there and the information there. You actually have an airplane mode on here. And you've got the power off, the restart, the reset. Be careful not to hit that. Change watch faces, and about phone. So you can actually get into the developer mode in here. You just go down to the build number and tap it until it tells you you're a developer. And then when you go back, you'll get into your developer options. And this is for people who want to sideload things over Bluetooth. And you can do it. You can load a few things. So you saw the option there to change the watch face, but really you can just long press. Now I have several different watch faces loaded on my phone. So I've got that beautiful weather one, and you can customize here and connect. You can customize the faces there. You got all these different ones here that you can actually do. So knowing that, when you update something on your phone, it automatically sends it to the watch immediately. And I think that's a great thing. But if you want to change your watch face, you just long press and you can swipe amongst all the different ones that you have. Now, this is something that I like about the Moto 360. There are tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of different watch faces you can use. So, you know, you have so many options here. And again, this is why I say this is like stock Android. Phenomenal. I think the one thing that I like the best about this is being able to keep my phone in another room. the range on this Bluetooth is just phenomenal. So right now I'm upstairs in the office. I have a really big place. I can walk all the way downstairs to the front door or any part of my house, and the watch will stay connected and all notifications continue to go through. I think that's phenomenal. Some other, like I said about my notifications, I leave all my notifications on because that's why I bought this watch. I'm not gonna adjust the watch too much to where, actually I haven't really adjusted anything on it. I've just been changing the watch faces and things like that. But all of my notifications on my phone are turned on, and I leave it that way because I want to get the best of the product. I want to make sure I'm getting some use out of it. So having getting messages, having the ability to just look at my wrist real quick and see that I have messages coming in, and I can decide whether or not I want to respond to them or I don't want to respond to them. And that's the nice thing about having the Moto 360, is because you get a message, it'll pop up, and then you can just swipe over and get it, decide whether or not you want to respond to it or not. Also, you can do this. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. What's the weather today? And there we go. You can also do this. Okay, Google. Oop, let's do it. Navigate to Walmart. And I've never used Walmart before, but as you can see, you can actually navigate to it, and it'll actually give you the directions just like that, man. I think that is so sweet. But this watch to me is very useful. There's tons of things I could tell you I like about it, but the fact of the matter is, we'd be in this video for much longer than what we are now. I think I'm at like 12 minutes or something like that. But the way this watch is built, and compared to I've only had one other experience with a smartwatch, and that's the Gear S. And the Gear S is a phenomenal device. It's smartwatch as well. I'll go ahead and do some comparisons with this one and the Gear S. But how do I feel about the Moto 360 so far? Man, I love it. And would I recommend it? I sure would. I haven't experienced any kind of lag or anything. I haven't experienced any kind of issues with it. I think it's going to work out fine for me. The fact that I get almost 2 days of battery, that is a huge plus, because on my Gear S, I can't make it through a full day. I have to charge it more than once. So the 360 is the better fit for me. Not because I'm linking it with the Nexus, but you know, it's just that it works out better, and obviously it's going to be a nice fit for the Nexus because that's kind of what it's made for. So this is Jay Will, and this is my full review of the Moto 360. Wow, what a phenomenal device. It just feels weird me giving this review because of all the things that I've said about wearables before I actually got one, and now I have 2 of them, so go figure. So guys, that's it. I'll see you in the next one. This is your boy Jay Will. Remember to rate, subscribe, do all the stuff that I like for you to do. Share the video, most importantly, and share with your friends. Talk about it in the comments. Let's get it on. I will see you in the next video. It's coming up too. Stay tuned.